Hey y'all, I am so excited to chat with you guys tonight about all things coming up with changes in March. I'm trying to see if I can fix the way that the way I'm presenting. Anyway, we are going to be chatting all things upcoming changing in March. All my words are jumbled up. You are going to hear from some of your other leaders, Elizabeth, Vive, Anna Watson, and myself. And we are going to chat about all the different things. And then at the end, we will take questions, comments, and concerns, but we will turn the recording off before we take your questions, comments, and concerns. So that way you feel safe and you can ask whatever you want to and not feel like it's going to be posted out there for the universe to hear. So, with that being said, I believe that Elizabeth is going to open it up with the first part of the changes. I do want to just start this off by saying all of these changes have been posted in your news tab. So you can absolutely look at those in the news tab. They have also been addressed by our amazing president, Dan Orchard, and the link to that recording is at the top in a banner on your workstation, as well as we've linked it in our call notes. I highly suggest you go listen to that if you have the time. It is a little long. Um, but if you could just leave it on like while you're cleaning or just doing something, play it in bits and pieces. This is going to just go over it in shorter form and then give you some ways to move forward in the future. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Mean it. Elizabeth, I'm going to mute myself and then try and make you like the speaker so you're big on the screen.
Okay. Sorry, my computer went crazy. Okay. So I'm going to go over with the bundle and save options. So if you have seen the workstation, they are going to be changing the bundle and saves. So the bundle and saves pretty much are going to be now to 10%. So it's going to be instead of buy 5 bars, get one free on your PWS, it's going to be 10% off instead. So I'm just going to go through some numbers, and these are going to be the graphics are going to be in the Google Drive that Chastity has sent. So I'm just going to run through them really quick. The 6 pack changes. Actually, I'm going to look down here. The 6 bars currently, if you buy them on the website, it's going to be $30. This is without tax. Um, $30. The new price for the 6 bars on your website is going to be $32.40. 6 room sprays right now they're $45. The new is going to be $48.60. 6 scent packs was $35. However, it's now going to be $37.80. 6 scent pods, which are the twin packs, are $50. It's going to be $54. 6 Scentsy oils, which we've never had this as far as since I've been in Scentsy. We've never had a discount on oils, I don't believe. Um, and this is using our $12 oils. So 6 $12 oils was $72 as of right now. If you were to buy it, it's going to be $64.80. With the fragrance flowers and the scent circles, those are the only two that you can have like three, like two, like the scent circles are going to be 2 3 packs. So 6 scent circles. And then the fragrance flowers are going to be the 3 pack. And that's the only thing that is still going to be in the 3 pack. With fragrance flowers, it's going to be a 60 cent change. So it goes from 48 to 48.60. And then the scent circles, no change. However, and then also what I'm most excited about is I didn't really always, it was just, I like simplified. I am very excited that it's just going to be a blanket discount for our warmers and wax. So that is going to be, and it's also going to be with our diffusers and our scent air products. Dan on that call did go over that our wall fan diffusers, mini fan diffusers, scent air, and then, oh my gosh, our air purifier. That is all going to be grouped under scent air instead of being like wall fan diffuser because to me my customers they didn't understand the diffuser part, diffuser oil, they got confused. So there's going to be a diffuser with 6 oils on a $150 diffuser. It is currently $222. So that's a diffuser with with a premium diffuser and then 6 oils is currently $222. Starting March 1st, it will be $199.80. A warmer, say for this is for instance, a $45 warmer with 6 bars currently is $75. On March 1st, it's $72.90. With Scentsy Air, the actual Scentsy Air with the 6 pods, currently $165. March 1st is going to be $157.50. To me, these changes are kind of showing our customers that, like, with our warmer, like, our warmers are best with our wax. That's how I kind of see it. It's pushing, not pushing, but it's like saying, hey, with our warmers, get our wax. Our wax is premium compared to the other places. The pods, they can only get them from us. So it's encouraging them to go ahead and kind of bundle and get that. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. That might not be why they were thinking it, but that's what I thought. And then as far as the three, like say the 3 counter clean, the 3, all of those, that is no longer. The only 3 is the fragrance flowers. And then the scent circles. And then classic clean laundry love moisture medley bundles will be available with a 10% discount, but updated product offerings. That's why I did not do a breakdown because I do not know what that is. So it's going to be a surprise for everyone. So, do you have any questions with the bundle and save? Um, about this? Yeah, Anna. So it's just like it's literally just a discount is changing. And I'm so excited for it to be simple. It stressed me out, all those different options, and I'm glad that I can literally just in my head type it in my head or my calculator and then do it. So that's all.
Good. Thank you for that. And basically what Scentsy doing is making it a blanket 10%. So that's going to be so much easier when it comes to host rewards. It's going to be, you're not going to have to memorize different freaking bundle and save names. You're not going to have to memorize different prices. It's not going to be like, oh, you can't use that package for a half off, but you can use it for free, right? So you can use, you're going to be able to use any of those for your host rewards credit. Um, so someone asked how that's a discount. So for instance, it's going to be the pick six. You're going to be able to pick 6 room sprays. And when you pick 6 of those, you get a 10% discount. When you pick 6 bars, you get a 10% discount. If you want the buy 5, get 1 free of the bars, consultants have to put that in on their end. So now it's going to be a exclusive consultant perk that you are going to be able to put in on your end. And then with the warmer bundles, there's going to be like if you pick a $60 warmer or a $45 warmer or a $25 warmer and you add 6 bars, that's going to be at a 10% discount. So it is going to just simplify savings across the board. So it may not seem like it right here at the moment, because it's a change for us, it is going to be much more simple on the customers, and it's going to automatically do those things for your customers online. So there's not going to be some specific bundle and save page that your customers have to go to get this savings. It's just going to automatically do that for them. So if they add a $45 warmer to their cart, it's going to say add 6 bars to get that 10% discount. Yes, the 10% discount is for the customers and for anybody that's buying. And then, like I said, it's going to make it easier for host rewards as well. So, more information is going to be coming on that once we have a clearer picture of exactly what the bundle and save page is going to look like in our new catalog. It's going to be a whole lot easier for us to lay out exactly what everything's going to look like, and it'll make a whole lot more sense. But it is just going to simplify everything across the board. Okay. And then in the chat, I put some verbiage that I came up with that you could use to share with your customers. I also put it in the notes underneath what Elizabeth had put. So definitely refer to those, and that will help you out. Okay. Next thing we have Vive. Let me spotlight her. Let me remember. And Vive is going to be talking to us about changes in the host rewards. Love y'all, mean it. Go ahead.
Okay, so mine is pretty quick section, I guess you could say. So one thing that is changing, I guess there's a few things, but the very first part that's changing is the minimum party qualification. So as it is right now, you have to hit 200 to start earning rewards in a party, which is what the minimum party qualification, I guess, kind of what it stands for. It's the point that the party turns into the rewards and all that, and not just an order. In March or March 1st, it'll change to 250. It corresponds with the amount of PRV that you need to be active. So right now it's 200. March 1st, you have to be 250 to active, 250 to get a minimum party qualification. They're also changing the half price item is now going to be called, or half price is now going to be called host deals. It's not going to be called half price anymore. So the first tier will now be 250 to $399.99. You get between 25 to 39.99 in host credit, and you get one host deal, which right now would be considered a half off. It will be called a host deal March 1st. The second tier is the $400 to $599.99, and you would get $40 to $59.99 in host credits and 2 host deals. Now, from what I saw, there's no mention of the perpetual party reward. So I'm going to assume that that's still going to be the case, that it's still going to be there. So these host deals I'm talking about are not including that one. These are the ones, that you get based off of what tier you're at. Now tier 3 is 600 to $999.99, and you get 90 to $149.99 in host credit. And yes, the host deals are the half off. Right now, it's called a half off. But it's talking about, it just says that they're changing it to be called host deals. And you get 3 host deals with tier 3. And then tier 4 is 1,000 plus. You get 150 plus in host credits and 4 host deals. I don't know exactly what the combination parts are going to be yet for the different bundle and saves. But you can still combine the host deals. Like right now, you can currently combine half offs. I think it's 2 for an $80 product, and it just kind of builds. You can still do that then. March 1st. And licensed products are also still not going to qualify. So that's all I've got.
Perfect. Thank you. So like I said, the notes are there as well as in our folder that we're going to share with Dan's slides, as well as what Dan went over. All it's doing is basically just bumping the party total minimums, and then I'm going to spotlight myself and then talk to you about the next thing. Okay. So next thing, a lot of these changes. So like another thing that I wanted to go back and mention really quick, what Vive was talking about with the Scentsy Air was they're changing a product category name. So instead of it being called mini fan diffuser, um, wall fan diffuser, whatever, they're turning that into Scentsy Air is going to be a category, and it's to simplify the way that they're creating the category. It doesn't make any sense when I'm explaining it like this, but if you listen to Dan's call, it is going to make sense. And it's to simplify the way that customers see those products, because you see the Scentsy Air Purifier, you see the Scentsy Air, you see a wall fan diffuser, you see a mini fan diffuser. We know what those things are, but customers don't. So it is going to make sense once we get used to the changes. Okay, now what I'm going to talk about is the changes to activity requirements. So this is starting March 1st. There is an article in the news tab about it. There's a few different things that this is going to play into. What Vive said was correct, where they're changing the minimum, sorry, y'all, the minimum party tier to 250. So they're changing the activity requirement from 200 to 250 PRV, which means the active status. So right now, to be considered active, you need 200 PRV in 1 month to be considered active. They are bumping that to 250 PRV in 1 month. Does that make sense? You can tell me in the chat. You can ask any questions about that. Okay. So to go along with that change, they changed the party tier. So they're aligning those two numbers. Okay. Now, the last time that they did that, where they changed the activity requirement and they changed the minimum party total, was in 2017. And I am going to share my screen here in a second, because I'm going to be completely honest. This is not a copy of my email, but I was a consultant when this happened. So I got this exact same email. So hopefully you guys can see my screen, but this is an email that we got back in 2017, and it says effective March 1, 2017, the monthly activity requirement for all consultants is increasing from 150 points in PRV to 200 PRV. The change reestablishes the historic connection between our activity requirement and the minimum PRV requirement for a party to qualify for host rewards. This requirement makes it simpler for you to train your new consultants on what it takes to be considered active, blah, blah, blah. So it's been 8 years since that has been changed. Okay. Change has to happen. Change happens with the times. 8 years, in my opinion, is a long time. And to be honest, it was never any type of big deal. I don't remember it even being any type of anything. Also, back in 2017, they changed the activity requirement. Back then was you had to have this 200 PRV every 4 months to remain active, and they changed that to every 12 months. So they actually like increased the activity amount. So I understand that some people may feel some type of way about it, but I believe in Scentsy. I trust Scentsy, and I stand with their decision. So what I was saying before is the 200 to 250 activity requirement goes with the new party tiers. Once again, this goes along with the higher price point offerings that we have. When we were at the 150 party total minimum to the 250, there we didn't have a $60 warmer in sight. We didn't have a $55 warmer in sight. We didn't have all of those things. We didn't have fragrance flowers. We didn't have half the things that we didn't have Scentsy Air. We didn't have pods. We didn't have all of these other product offerings that we have. So we didn't have the licensed products. So we're aligning ourselves with the new price points. Changes happen and we got to go with the flow. To me, it's about time, in my opinion. Now, the next change is changes to commissions and bonuses that are going to take effect on March 1st. If you're confused, please read the news article. Please, please, please go listen to Dan's call. So you must agree to the new consultant agreement updates that are going to, it's going to pop up in your workstation. Scentsy has said we're going to update the news article with the date that the new agreement is going to post with that information. Once they've decided what the date is that that's going to happen, they're notifying us now so everybody is aware of all of these changes. There's going to be a prompt that pops up. So it's not there yet, but it is upcoming. Because this is a legal agreement, meaning you're in a legal agreement with Scentsy to become an independent consultant, you are going to have to accept this change into your contract in order to remain an active consultant. So if you do not, it is my understanding that if you choose not to accept the new adoption of the standards, that you will no longer be considered an active consultant. Okay. In my opinion, and I am open to questions if you want to talk to me afterwards. If you don't feel comfortable putting it in the chat, like I said, we're going to turn the recording off at the end and you guys can have an open conversation. In my opinion, it's not worth putting your business, throwing your business away over the changes that I'm going to talk about here in just a second. But your feelings are valid, and however it is that you feel, you have the right to feel. So know that. Going forward, any person who is certified and above who is not active in a given month will be paid 20% commission on that month. So meaning if you have 249 PRV or less, if you are certified, you will earn 20% commission. If you have 250 PRV or more that month, you will earn 25% commission once you hit certified. So 250 or more, you earn your 25%. 249 or less, you earn your 20%. You guys can do the math on what the difference that is. I know it's 50 PRV. 50 PRV that you have to work for. Every single person starts over the beginning of the month at 0. Every single person has to work for their title. Every single person has to work for their paycheck. Every single person starts out at a level playing field at the beginning of every single month. I have seen where some people have said we should be grandfathered in if we were here before they made these changes, but I disagree because I do not feel that it would be fair to me to try and recruit somebody to join my team and say, you're going to make less commission than me because I joined before you. That's not an equal opportunity. That's not fair in my opinion. And I honestly wouldn't feel right because it's not fair to that person. What if they had never heard of Scentsy or they had never been brought that opportunity to them? But like I said, your feelings are valid. However it is you feel, I trust Scentsy to be the steward of our cash flow and the steward of our company. And for us to be the independent consultants that we are to protect our value. So, like I said, now, and then the last thing on this part of the changes is the monthly sales bonus, which is a 5% bonus, is changing from 2,000 to 2,500. So previously, you get a 5% bonus if you sell 2,000 PRV in 1 month. Now it is bumping up to 2,500 if you get a 5% bonus if you sell 2,500 in 1 month. So that is aligning with the annual sales award. So to me, that makes a lot of sense. I've always been grateful that it's only 2,000 PRV, but it does align with the annual sales award. So that is where that bump is coming from. So once again, they see what they want. They are going to reward us for working hard. And if you are working hard towards the annual sales award every single month and you do that, then you are going to earn the annual sales award. And if you want to frame it in a more positive light, which I'm always going to do, 30% on $2,000 was $600. But if you ensure that you earn the monthly sales award bonus every month, that's going to guarantee you a $750 paycheck every month before your team or anything else. So obviously that's what I am going to strive for every month and going to earn every month, regardless of where it's at. And then if you earn that every single month, obviously you should shoot for higher than 2,500. But if you earn the monthly sales bonus award bonus every month, you will earn the annual sales award bonus, which is $1,000, which you are completely in control of. Your team doesn't help you with that. It is only based on you and your PRV. So that is completely in your control. A few things that I want to address really quickly before Anna is going to frame some stuff with us about how we are going to be moving forward. Oh, that's a really good point, Anna. Anna said if you do that every month and then get the award, that's an extra 10K a year. Hello, paycheck. That is a big deal. That's a huge deal. That's a game changer. Money talks. Money talks. Okay, so I have seen some people, some groups talk about the 60-day notice that, or the 60-day requirement that Scentsy, or that's in our agreement that people are asking about Scentsy needing to meet that requirement. Okay, so the changes, they are going to go into effect March 1st. Okay, the application of those changes will not apply until commission calculations for March sales. Okay, so the calculation of March commission / sales would start April 1st, if that makes sense. So that's beyond the 60-day requirement, meaning at the beginning of our spring summer catalog, which is March 1st, that means our bundle and save options are going to change. That means our party tiers are going to change. That means that when new consultants join, our commission chart thing is going to say those things. But our commission calculation is not going to go into effect until April 1st. So for simplicity's sake, since he just stated that the changes took effect on March 1st without going into the detail of all the calculation stuff. So hopefully that sums up and puts the whole 60-day thing to bed. Okay. Now, disclaimer about some consultant groups, social media, and negativity. I'm going to say this with the kindest heart that I can. You need to protect your heart. You need to protect your heart. You need to protect your brain. You need to protect what you consume. There are consultant groups, or there are Scentsy groups that are being run by people who are claiming to be consultants who are not consultants. There are consultant groups who are being ran by people who are just posting blatant lies. Just hands down, complete fabrication of things that I could prove with evidence are lies. And they're spreading it like wildfire to make people get behind them on some witch hunt. For what reason, I have no idea. Because I'm in a lot of these groups. Why? I don't know. A lot of them, I guess I've just been in for a long time and they've never popped up on my feed until this week. But it's honestly insanity, some of the stuff that I'm seeing, because it's just honestly crazy town. And I don't talk about people's like mental health and stuff like that because I suffer with my own things, but not everything that you're reading in this group is in these groups are true. And I'm not just talking about one specific group. There are multiple that things have been going down on, and I'm in them and I've just been reading them and they're just not true. There is one specific group um that is a public group, and your customers see that. If it's popping up on my feed, it's probably going to pop up on theirs. It's literally searchable. So if they type in Scentsy, it's probably going to pop up in their feed with the way that there's been a million posts. And I don't know if you know this or not, but like if they're friends with you, your stuff that you've commented is going to show up in their feed. So for instance, I'm in a Kindle group. Okay. That Kindle group has 60,000 members in it. Okay. I didn't know any Scentsy people are in this Kindle group. I didn't join because any Scentsy people invited me to this Kindle group. When I'm scrolling my regular feed, I'm not even searching this Kindle group. Anytime any of the Scentsy people comment on something in this Kindle group, those are the comments I see. And in other book groups too. So if you think that your customers don't see the stuff that you're commenting, you're wrong. So I want you to really think if someone would want to buy from you, if you were saying some of the things you were saying. And I'm not talking about anybody in here or anybody specific, but I'm saying that people are always watching. They're like Santa. And I'm telling you right now that if I saw somebody being a crazy person, I would not buy from them if they were just blatantly talking about something like that. Is that going to make me not want to buy from the company? I don't think so, because if I love the company, I'm going to do my research. So some people are really just out on a witch hunt for absolutely no reason. They are blaming the higher ups, meaning directors, star directors, and SSDs for things that we have no control over. We had absolutely zero role in this decision whatsoever. We have not been fed any type of script to tell any of y'all. We have not, literally, we've not been told anything. We found out the exact same time that you guys did. Um, there was something else that I wanted to say about that. There's just lies being said that like we don't appreciate or love the people who are, and I'm going to specifically say worker bees is what people have been saying. That's just not true. It's just not true. And I just want you to understand that, especially me, if I've ever made you feel that way, please come have a conversation with me. And if you truly feel like since he doesn't care about you, I would love to have a conversation with you um, personally, because I trust Scentsy. Okay. And I'm not just saying that because of where I'm at. I'm saying that because of where I've been. I'm saying that because of conversations that I've been in rooms that I've been in, and people that I've met. And I have full belief in this company. Linda, no, a lot of times no. And what Scentsy really wants us to do is just to completely ignore it, completely ignore the noise. And just don't give in. Don't try and argue with people that feel that way, because the people that are running those groups, you're not going to be able to change their mind. When their mind's made up, their mind's made up. But if you are on the fence and you really would love to have a conversation, I would love to have one with you. And I'm not going to argue and be ugly. I would love to hear how you're feeling and why you feel that way. I trust Scentsy. So please go take the time to hear from Dan and listen to his voice, listen to his recording. Don't just trust me and trust what I'm saying. Go listen to the call. Um, Use your own judgment, drown out the noise and the negativity, and don't just go listen to what some people are saying in a group that's outside of this one. Please. Like, don't listen to the people who are just spewing negativity, because if you just continue to listen and to read all those comments that are negative, that's what you're going to start to believe. So that's what I want to say about that. If Scentsy did not care about us, they would have went affiliate only. Hands down, period, bye. Period. And I get full body chills and I don't want to cry about it, because guys, you've seen all of the other network marketing companies that have done it to their people and have freaking pulled the rug out from under them. They've done it. I was in Rodan and Fields. Those girls had absolutely no idea that it was coming. I have been in the room with Heidi, Orville, Dan, all the people, and they have given me full confidence that that is not going to happen. Consultants will always be first. And so the people in this group who are saying these things, it's just not true. They're making these decisions while they have the choice to make these decisions and changes. So they're not forced to make these decisions when they have to. So anyway, since he's the steward of our cash flow, and they're who keep our doors open so that we even have a product to sell. We're not the business owners that go and pour the wax and deal with the taxes and deal with the DSA and deal with all the other things. They are. At the end of the day, we have to trust our CEOs and our president to make the right decisions and to keep our doors open. And I do believe that. If they don't make decisions that are going to keep us profitable, then we all go away. So at the end of the call, we are going to take questions, comments, and concerns. But now I'm going to turn it out over to Anna, and we are going to talk about our focuses to build momentum and to build hope in 2025. And I hope that if you've made it this far in the call, that you are ready to link arms with all of us and rise this year, because we are ready to love y'all. Love y'all, mean it. I'm gonna mute myself and make
All right. I was going to say it's okay. I don't want to be big anyway. But all right, y'all. So let's hype it up a little bit and I guess lighten the mood, I guess you could say. If you have not watched, again, we'll keep saying this. If you haven't watched Dan's video, go and do it. And you can ask Chastity after I watched, I was voice messaging her and I was like, I'm pumped. I'm fired up. I mean, there was nothing in the video that got me upset or down or anything like that. It fired me up even more. So I hope it will do the same for you guys, because I'm very passionate about my business and about Scentsy. So Dan said, all right, because I'm going to show you some charts and their slides are in the Google Drive. And if you watch the video, he showed them as well. So you're going to see them again. But there are four main focus areas. He said we're going to be rebuilding momentum in 2025. Okay. Four focus areas that he wants everybody Scentsy-wide to focus on. That is new customer acquisition. We all need new customers. Customer engagement, new consultant acquisition, aka growing your teams. We need new consultants, and consultant engagement. Okay. And then to break it down a little bit, I don't know if everybody has the I hope everybody has the notes pulled up, maybe, because that's what I'm going by. And I don't know how to pull it up and share my screen and all that. So, but you can go see the slides later. But there was a slide that Dan showed with the average ordering per customer, average ordering customer per consultant from 2018 to 2024, and you can see it's going down. Okay, you can see the hyper growth in 2020. And the new customer acquisition is the main thing he wants to focus on, because we need more new customers. We need fresh people who don't even know what Scentsy is. We need to get them, and we need to get Scentsy in their hands, okay? Because that's going to benefit us all across the board. Then he compared another slide for average number of new customers per consultant, and that was also going down, okay? But the eye opener here is where he compared to the two charts. Average PRV per consultant and average party order per consultant. And you'll notice, if you're looking at it, or if you look at it later, one is staying flat, and then the other one doubled. The parties doubled, the PRV went down. So, and he said, and if you don't realize, Dan and Home Office Deb and Chuck, they went live from Cancun at leadership. They didn't have to, but they knew everybody had concerns. So they did this and took the time out to do it from the hotel room or wherever they were at. But he said they asked the leaders at leadership, the directors and above that paid and went, why they think PRV per consultant went down, but party orders went up per consultant. It's kind of odd. And leaders were very open and honest, and they were like, it's easier to reach a qualifying order, party order, with the higher price items that we have now. And we've already went over that earlier in the call. We didn't have all these higher price warmers. We didn't have all these licensed products, with a higher price point, the Scentsy Air, this air purifier and all that. You only had to get a $200 party order, $200 PRV order for parties. So you can kind of see where things are kind of matching up here from what Chastity and everybody's already talked about to these charts and the information, okay? And the leaders at leadership said consultants tend to go ahead and close out the party as soon as it hits qualifying. I know we're all probably guilty in here. All right, it already hit qualifying. We're going to go close it out, and it's going to be mine. And I'm totally bad about not even offering like the earner kits from the parties as well. So, but here is one thing that made my mouth drop, which I knew was true, when he told us 70% of all parties, this party orders in the workstation, are hosted by a consultant. So I don't know if that is mind blowing to y'all at all, but it is to me. I was like, oh, wow. Not customers, just consultants. We're just getting all the rewards. We're closing all the parties, and none of our customers are. And that's very eye-opening to me. Okay. So, and here's the example that Dan gave. All right. He said, I'm going to say, if Anna, were hosting an in-person party where you were the consultant, and you as the consultant told all the party guests there, trust me, Jamie time is the best scent ever, and you need to go get some. So let's flip it. What if I, your party host, told all the guests who are my friends and family that I invited to this party, I told them that Jamie time was my all-time favorite scent. Who are they going to have more trust and belief in? The consultant, you that they just met, or their host, right? So that was a good eye opener as well. And this is why it's very important to have non-consultant hosted parties. The customer host will introduce their friends and new contacts to you. Okay? New customers. The main focus he wants us to focus on for 2025. So then he also gave us, I have a feeling they're going to give us a lot more things along the way after, I know they said, I don't know we'll find out at World Tour, a new tool that they're going to have for us at World Tour. I don't know what it is. We're going to find out. But I'm sure they're going to be doing stuff along the way to help us hit all these focuses in 2025, because they have I don't know the right word for it, but they have a requirement, not a requirement, but they're going to help us, okay? They want us to do these things. They're going to lead, guide, and direct us, okay? So how are we going to grow? How do leaders grow? Number one, non-consultant. party host. Number 2, leverage the host rewards program. That means, using it wisely, showing them how they can use it, all the things they can get with it, with the host rewards. 3, build genuine relationships. And I came in here and I made a note as Elizabeth was talking earlier. I made a note on this and build genuine relationships. We can go on and on about that. But the buy one, get one free bar deal is only going to be via the workstation now. How are they going to know? Relationship. You're going to tell them, right? So that's going to be a big perk of this relationship, because they're going to be like, you're going to have to place the order for them if they want that deal. Whether they're going to pay the shipping on the PWS, but they're not going to get that deal, so they might as well talk to you. And then you could upsell. You could talk them into joining, hosting a party. So relationships, okay? Now, and Dan also mentioned, yeah, parties are great, but we still have, you can meet potential new customers, contacts, and consultants at the fairs, shows, fundraisers, events, and that kind of thing. But you have to remember, Scentsy is a party plan company. That's how it was when it started, and it still is today. We just kind of got sidetracked, COVID and all that, and we just got to get back to growing our customer base. So I'm just going to wrap up, and I don't know if anybody has a notes open. This is like one of my very favorite quotes, okay? Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how I change it to respond. I don't like the way it says react, because they're two different things. A reaction is instant. You burn your hand on a stove. Your reaction is instant. A response takes time to think about it, pray about it, and decide whether you want to say anything. Okay, so as I said, I watched the live on Thursday. I came off super pumped. And even if you know me or you don't, you'll find out I'm a very positive person. I'm a cut runneth over kind of person, not a glass half full. And I'm taking no excuses. So I'm ready to take all these changes up my level and just take it all the way. So I hope y'all are willing to do that too. That's my part.
I absolutely love that so much. Hold on. Absolutely love that. I am so appreciative of everybody who is still on this call. Thank you so much to Elizabeth, to Vive, to Anna, to all of you guys who have taken your time out to listen to this call. Once again, if you are watching the recording or you are on live, I'm going to post our notes in the description box on YouTube. And when I post the recording, there will also be a folder with the slides, but I highly encourage you to listen to Dan's call as well. You need to hear his voice, his passion. Even if you need to break it up into multiple days, I do know it is a little bit of a lot, but I do encourage you to listen to that. Don't get off. I'm going to pause the recording, or I'm going to stop the recording. So any of you guys who have questions, comments, concerns, you can unmute yourself and talk to us as leaders. Open forum. Love y'all. Mean it. Let me stop this recording.